Have you ever wondered why some nights you just cannot sleep well? Do you ever feel that no matter how tired you are, your mind just won't rest? Have you noticed how some people seem to fall into deep, peaceful sleep every night, while others toss and turn for hours? What if the secret is not in the bed you sleep on, but in what you hold in your hand before you close your eyes? There was once a man who tried every way to rest better. He tried expensive pillows, long baths, and soft music. But nothing worked. One night, a wise monk told him, "It is not about where you lay down. It is about how you carry your heart and hands into the night." The man listened, and in that moment, he learned a simple lesson that changed his life forever. From that night, he kept one small thing in his hand before sleep, and peace came to him like a quiet wave. Welcome to Wisdom Woven. Here, we explore how tiny moments and tiny habits can shape a beautiful life. There's so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So, if this video touches your heart even a little, if you want to walk this path with us, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. It takes only a second for you, but it can help this channel reach many more people who need peace and wisdom tonight. Will you do it? The teaching we will explore in this video is very old, yet very simple. It is about what you can hold in your hand just before sleep. According to Buddhist wisdom, the hands and the heart are deeply connected. The hands can carry energy, and this energy can affect how you rest. What you hold and the thoughts you carry can guide the quality of your sleep. Throughout this part and the ones that will follow, you will learn about tiny changes and special things that can make your nights deeper and calmer. These are not expensive tools, not fancy devices, just simple, natural things that many forget in a world that is too busy and too tired. These ideas have been kept for generations because they work, because they come from a place of understanding how the body, the heart, and the mind rest together. Today, you stand at the door of this ancient practice. Stay with us. Listen closely, and in the nights to come, you might find a quiet and gentle rest that you have been looking for. This is the first step. This is where the path to better nights and brighter days truly begins. My dear friends, tonight we continue to walk upon this path of understanding how to rest well and how to carry peace in our hands as the day ends. In this part, we speak about the heart and the mind, and why it is so important that both become calm before sleep arrives. Listen closely, for this is not a lesson about ideas. It is a lesson about living. Have you ever noticed how some nights your thoughts run like a river that never rests? You lay down, you close your eyes, but the mind spins and spins. You remember things from the morning, words that hurt, things you wanted to say, things you could have done better. This river of thought can carry you far from rest. And when the mind does not rest, the body cannot rest. The heart can beat slower only when the thoughts slow down first. The old monks of the mountains always said, "A quiet mind is like a still lake. In its surface you can see the stars. But when the lake is shaken by wind, when the thoughts race like storms, the stars cannot be seen." What are these stars? They're the moments of deep rest, moments of peace. They're the moments when the heart and body drink deeply from silence. The mind is like a child. It plays with many things. It remembers moments from the morning. It dreams of moments in the future. But at night, when it is time to rest, we must guide the child. We must whisper to the mind, "Now be still. Now rest. Let this moment be only this moment. Let this breath be only this breath." How can one do this? By noticing the breath first. The breath is the bridge between body and mind. As you lay down, notice how you breathe. Do you breathe fast? Do you hold your breath when you worry? Let's slow down. Let the breath sink deep into the belly. Let it rise slowly like a wave and fall slowly like a leaf. As you notice your breathing, the mind can forget its stories. It can forget its troubles. The breath tells the mind, "Come home, come rest." In the old days, monks would carry a small bead in their hand. As they felt its shape, its surface, they would focus their thoughts. The bead became an anchor. The hand felt its weight, its texture, and the mind came closer to this moment. Not to yesterday, not to tomorrow, but to now. Even try this tonight. It could be a bead, a stone, a piece of wood. Whatever you hold, let it be a reminder. Let's say, I am here. I am safe. This moment is enough. Why is this so important? Because when a mind rests, the heart can rest. The body can heal. The body can grow strong. The night is when the body cleans itself. The night is when the heart finds strength for a new day. But if the mind is too noisy, the body has no chance to do its work. The body becomes tired, the heart becomes heavy, and the morning arrives like a visitor you are not ready to greet. Have you noticed how some nights you fall asleep quickly, and some nights you can only toss and turn? The nights you fall asleep quickly are the nights when the heart felt safe, when the mind felt quiet. The nights you struggle are the nights when the heart felt worried, when the mind felt like a frightened bird beating its wings inside a small room. We must open the door for the bird. We must tell the mind, fly if you must, but soon come back. Come to rest. This is why, before you sleep, you must find moments to slow down. Do not wait until you are in bed to find rest. Begin an hour before. Let the phone rest. Let the television rest. Let the heart and the hands rest. Let silence have its space. If silence feels strange to you, it is because you have lived too long with noise. But silence is a teacher. It shows the heart what it needs. Sit quietly for a few moments. Let the breath guide you. Let the hands hold something soft, something simple. As you breathe, notice how the body feels. Let every thought that arrives be like a visitor. Let it come and let it go. Do not invite it to stay. Do not ask it questions. Let it walk past like a shadow upon a wall. With practice, this becomes a path. You will notice, after some nights, that you fall into sleep as if you sink into soft earth. The thoughts will lose their strength. The heart will beat slower. The body will feel warm, safe, and at rest. Remember this teaching tonight. You can carry a bead, a piece of wood, a stone. Whatever you carry, carry it with intention. Let it be a symbol. Let it whisper to you, here, now, peace. Let this object be the door between waking and sleeping, between noise and silence. Trust this practice. Do it tonight. Do it tomorrow. Do it every night until it becomes like breathing. The heart and the hands must learn this language together. When the hands rest, the heart rests. When the heart rests, the body finds its strength. In this way, every night becomes a gift. Not just a space for sleep, but a space for renewal. Not just hours for the body to rest, but moments for the heart to remember itself. Not an escape from life, but a return to the quiet center of life itself. Each night can be a chance for this practice. Do not wait for a better day. Do not wait for less noise. Begin tonight. Begin with one hand, one breath, one quiet thought. Let that one quiet thought guide you into a night where the stars could be seen upon the still lake of your heart. Let this night be the first of many. Let this night be the door to a new morning, a new way of living, a new way of finding peace. My friends, this is how a calm mind finds rest. This is how a heart finds strength. This is how the hands can teach the heart, and the heart can teach the hands. In this way, night by night, breath by breath, you will walk closer to a life where rest and peace are not strangers but friends. And when the morning comes, you will rise like a flower that has felt the warmth of the sun. You will rise knowing that the night gave you a gift, and that gift is called peace. This is the significance of a calm mind before sleep. It is the seed. Plant it tonight and watch how it grows. Let this teaching sink deep, for in its simplicity is its strength. Let it live within you like a lamp burning quietly in the dark, guiding you towards rest, towards renewal, towards the heart that knows how to be still. Let this be your way. Let this be your night. Listen, my friend, the night is a sacred time. It is a time when the world becomes quiet, when the stars watch from above, and when the heart can finally rest. But often, many people forget that what we carry with us to bed can affect the quality of this rest. Not just what we think, but also what we hold. In this teaching, you will learn about objects that can carry healing energy and help you find deep and quiet sleep. For countless years, monks and wise teachers have understood that certain objects have a special way of calming the heart. They are simple things things that you can hold in your hand as you rest, things that carry nature's energy or the energy of prayer. These things can guide your heart and your thoughts to a state of peace. Have you ever held a smooth stone in your hand? Perhaps one that has been shaped by a river? Its surface is soft and cool. Its weight rests gently on the palm. This stone is not just a stone. It is a witness to countless moments in nature. It has felt the water, the wind, the sun. It has become a symbol of stillness. To hold such a stone as you settle down for rest can be like holding a piece of the earth itself. Its quiet strength can move through your fingers and into your heart. The warmth of your hand and the surface of the stone create a quiet conversation. Without words, it reminds you to slow down, to sink deeply into yourself, and to remember that stillness is always available. Or think of a wooden bead, a bead that has been shaped with care. A bead that came from a tree that once stood tall and strong. To hold this bead, to feel its shape, to move it between your fingers, can also guide your breathing. In many Buddhist traditions, monks use prayer beads to count their breath, repeating a mantra as each bead passes through their hand. Even if you do not have a formal prayer, even if you do not chant, the bead itself can teach you to breathe slowly and deeply. The bead can be a teacher of the breath. As you rest, it can guide your breathing to match its slow, simple movement. A piece of cloth can also carry this quiet energy. Not any piece of cloth, but one that has been kept clean and treated with reverence. A piece of silk or cotton that feels soft between your fingers can be a reminder of comfort and belonging. In some traditions, monks tie a piece of cloth around their wrist as a reminder to stay present and humble. At night, holding such a piece of cloth can create a feeling of warmth and safety. It can be like a quiet hand resting upon you, reminding you that you are never truly alone. A small wooden statue of the Buddha can also carry a powerful energy, not because of its shape, but because of the intention with which it was created. The image of the Buddha is a symbol of deep peace, deep understanding, and deep compassion. To hold such a statue in the hand can be a way to remember the teachings. The wood, shaped by a craftsman, tells a story of patience and care. Its weight reminds you that peace can be found if you only slow down long enough to feel it. A bead made of sandalwood can carry its soft and calming fragrance. Sandalwood has been used for many centuries by monks for its soothing quality. The faint smell can quiet a restless heart, making space for deeper breathing and longer moments of silence. Its surface, smooth and warm, rests between the fingers like a reminder that life itself can be softened when we learn to touch it with gentle hands. A shell found by the sea can also be a teacher. The shell has been shaped by countless waves and tides. To hold it is to remember that every wave of thought, every wave of emotion will also rise and fall. The shell, in its stillness, reminds you that nothing lasts forever, and that peace can be found by allowing yourself to rest like a shell upon the shore. A crystal, too, can carry a special energy, not because it has magical powers, but because it can focus the heart and quiet the mind. Its surface can invite a sense of clarity. Its shape can invite a sense of balance. To hold a crystal is to invite a moment of simplicity and wonder. It reminds the hand and the heart to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to accept this moment as it is. Each of these objects is a messenger. Not one is better than another. What matters is the feeling it gives you. What matters is the quiet conversation it allows between your hand and your heart. What matters is how it reminds you that peace is always closer than you imagine. You might wonder, how can an object hold such energy? The truth is, it is not the object itself, but the intention you bring to it. A stone is just a stone until you hold it with reverence. A bead is just a bead until you make a teacher. A piece of cloth is just cloth until you treat it with the care you deserve for yourself. In this way, it is your heart that gives the object its meaning. Each night, as you settle down to rest, choose one object that feels right. Let it rest in your hand as you close your eyes. Let it be a quiet witness to your breathing. Let it carry away the noise of the day. Let it invite in the silence that rests deep within you. You do not need many things. You do not need expensive things. You only need a symbol. You only need a reminder. With this practice, night after night, you will find that rest becomes deeper. You will find that the thoughts that once felt sharp and urgent now begin to soften. You will find that you can sink deeper into stillness, deeper into a state where your heart can recover from the burdens it has carried throughout the day. Remember this, my friend. What you hold in your hand can also shape what you hold in your heart. The simplest object can carry the greatest teaching if you listen. The quiet stone can teach you to be still. The bead can teach you to breathe. The cloth can teach you to rest. The statue can teach you to remember the path. The shell can teach you to accept change. The crystal can teach you to find clarity. Each night, as you take that object and settle into rest, you will be planting a seed of peace, a seed of trust, a seed that can grow night after night until it becomes a strong tree of quiet strength within you. The tree will bear fruit in moments you do not expect. Moments when anger can be met with patience. Moments when fear can be met with calm. Moments when confusion can be met with clarity. Trust in this practice. It is simple, yet it is deep. The hand that holds the object can teach the heart that holds the world. The heart can teach the mind that holds the thoughts. And the mind can teach the whole being to rest in the quiet beauty that has always been there. Each night, remember this teaching. Remember that the object you hold is not a thing, but a bridge between the tired body and the resting heart, a bridge between the noisy world and the quiet space within. Let this bridge carry you into a deep and restful sleep. Let it carry you into the morning, when you can rise with a heart that is light, a mind that is clear, and a hand that knows how to hold the world with grace. This is the way, my friend. It is a path of simplicity. It is a path that does not ask for more, but reminds you of the beauty that is already present. Whatever you choose to hold tonight, hold it with a heart that is open and a hand that is soft. Let this practice become a quiet ritual. Let it guide you each night until you understand deep within yourself that rest is not found far away. It rests within you, always, in this very moment. My dear one, tonight we walk together along a quiet path. It is a path that many forget in their busy lives, a path that leads to deep rest and a peaceful heart. This path is called the way of ritual. Not big rituals with many things, not complicated rituals with many words, but very simple rituals that can fit in the palm of your hand and the silence of your breath. Long ago, in a small temple surrounded by tall trees, a Zen Master watched the night fall. The stars winked like tiny lanterns, and a soft mist floated between the branches. An old monk came to him and asked, "Master, why do some people sleep deeply, and others only toss and turn?" The Zen Master smiled and said, "It is not about how tired the body is. It is about how quiet the heart can be." And then he taught the old monk a ritual. It was not a long one, nor a fancy one. It was a simple one. And this simple ritual changed how he met the night. What is a ritual, dear one? A ritual is a way of telling the heart and the body that it is time to rest. It is a small, loving message you send to yourself. In this ritual, your hands play an important role. The hands can carry things, but they can also carry feelings. When you place a special thing in your hand before bed, you send a signal to the heart. We are safe. We can rest. We can let go. The hand is like a bridge between your thoughts and your heart. What can this special thing be? According to the old Buddhist teachings, it could be a bead from a mala, a smooth stone, a piece of cloth that reminds you of kindness, or even a small flower. The thing itself is not as important as the feeling you place within it. The thing is a symbol. What truly matters is how you hold it, and how you hold your heart when you do. Each night, before you lay down, you could try this simple ritual. Sit quietly at the edge of your bed. Let your breathing slow down. Do not rush. Let the sound of the world fade away for a moment. As you pick up this special thing, notice its weight, its shape, its texture. Let it rest in the palm of your hand. Let your fingers wrap around it gently, like a mother holding a child. Then, as you hold it, whisper to yourself in silence, May I rest tonight. May my heart be still. May my body be at peace. These words are not magic, dear one. They are a reminder, a signpost that guides your tired thoughts towards rest. What you hold is like an anchor. The world may rise and fall like a stormy sea, but this simple thing can help your heart find its place, like a boat resting quietly in a safe harbor. The monks long ago spoke of many rituals for rest, not rituals with many steps, but rituals of mindfulness. They spoke of brushing the bed with a hand before lying down, to sweep away the noise of the day. They spoke of holding a bead and breathing with it, one breath for each bead, until the heart felt slow and soft. They spoke of placing a hand on the chest and feeling its rise and fall, reminding the heart that life itself is a wave, rising and falling, rising and falling. These rituals were not done for show. They were done with sincerity and deep trust. The monks believed that the bed itself became a sacred space when it was treated with respect. They spoke to their bedding as if it were a trusted companion. They laid down upon it as if it were a soft cloud. This was not about making a bed beautiful for others to see, but making a bed holy for the heart to rest upon. You can do this too. You can make the space where you sleep a sacred space. Let it be clean. Let it be quiet. Let it be a place where the thoughts of the day can fall away like leaves from a tree. When you step into this space, step into it as you would step into a temple. Let each movement be slow, and let each breath be deep. And when you pick up that special thing, a bead, a stone, a flower, hold it in both hands for a moment. Let the warmth of your skin seep into it. Let it carry the warmth of your heart. Let it hold the prayer that tonight will be a night of rest. Let it hold the hope that tomorrow will be a day of kindness. Then, as you lay down upon your bed, place the thing beside you. Let it rest where your hand can touch it if needed. Let it be a quiet reminder through the night that you are not alone. Let it be a witness to your breathing. Let it be a witness to your surrender. In the morning, when the sun wakes you, pick up that thing again. Hold it for a moment. Thank it for being with you through the night. In that moment, you make a bridge between rest and rising, between night and morning. In that moment, you acknowledge that every night and every morning is a gift. These rituals, dear one, are not about belonging to a religion. They're about belonging to the rhythm of life itself. The breath, the heart, the hand, and the thing you hold. These are threads that weave rest and waking together. If you forget one night, do not scold yourself. Begin again the next night. The beauty of this path is that it is always open. The hands are always ready to hold. The heart is always ready to listen. Through this simple ritual, the night becomes a teacher. It shows you how to slow down, how to be present, how to trust that the body knows when to rest and the heart knows when to open. It reminds you that you are a part of this great world, a world that rests every night, a world that wakes every morning. Try it tonight, dear one. Let the thing you hold be a reminder that you are safe. Let it teach you that rest is a gift you can give yourself, a gift that needs no money, no special place, no special name. All it needs is a quiet hand, a hopeful heart, and a moment of trust. In this way, a night can become a sacred space. In this way, a bed can become a holy altar. In this way, a hand can hold more than a thing. It can hold a prayer for rest, for peace, for a heart that knows it is always enough. May this ritual guide you tonight and every night. May it walk with you as a quiet companion. May it whisper to you, as the old Zen Master once whispered to the weary monk, it is not about how tired you are. It is about how quiet your heart can be. And in that quiet, dear one, you will find the deep, serene rest you have always been seeking. Have you ever noticed how your breathing changes when you lie down to rest? Sometimes it becomes shallow, quick, and tense. Other times it becomes slow and deep. The way you breathe when you are about to sleep is like a bridge. It connects the busy world of the day with the quiet world of the night. In that space, the breath can carry your heart towards peace, or it can carry it towards restlessness. A long time ago, a Zen master watched a student toss and turn every night. The student tried many things: soft pillows, warm tea, and quiet music. Yet he remained awake until very late. The master came to him one night and said, "It is not about making the bed softer. It is about making the breath softer." The student looked at the master with tired eyes and asked, "What do you mean?" The master smiled and replied, "Watch your breath. Let it rise and fall like the wave of the ocean. Let it guide you to the shore of rest." This is where we must start when we walk the path of calm nights. Not with force, not with tension, not with countless thoughts chasing one another. We must start with a single breath. A breath that says, "I am here." A breath that reminds the body, "You can rest now." Try this tonight. When you lie down, place one hand gently on your chest and the other hand on your belly. Do not try to control the breath. Just notice it. Feel it rise and fall. At first, it might be fast. At first, it might be shallow. Let be. Do not judge it. Do not force it. Just watch. With each breath, imagine that the air you draw in is soft and clean. As it enters your nose, feel it wash away the tensions of the day. As it fills your chest, imagine it making space for quiet thoughts. As you exhale, imagine the air carrying away all your worries, one by one. Let the breath do its work. Let it guide the body towards rest. In the teachings of the Buddha, the breath is called anapanasati, the practice of mindful breathing. It is a simple practice, yet very powerful. The Buddha said that when we watch the breath with a gentle heart, the mind finds a resting place. The breath becomes a teacher. The breath becomes a lamp that guides you out of the noise and into the silence. Notice how your breathing changes after a few moments. The chest becomes softer. The belly becomes more relaxed. The space between the thoughts becomes wider. In that space, sleep can come like a quiet visitor. You don't have to call it. You don't have to beg for it. It arrives when it finds the space you have made. If thoughts arise, thoughts about the day, thoughts about tomorrow, do not scold yourself. Do not run from them. See them as leaves floating down a stream. Let them drift away. Come back to the breath. The breath is your home tonight. Another way is to count your breath. As you inhale, count 1. As you exhale, count 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Let the numbers carry you deeper, like a boat moving across a quiet lake. When you forget the count, when thoughts return, just smile and start again. This practice is not about perfection. It is about kindness. It is about allowing yourself to rest. The breath also carries warmth. As you inhale, imagine a soft, golden light entering your body. As you exhale, imagine this light spreading to every corner, your hands, your legs, your feet. Let this light fill the spaces where tension rests. Let it dissolve the tightness you've held all day long. With practice, this breathing becomes a ritual, a sacred space. You will notice that your body remembers it. The moment you place your hand on your chest and belly, the body will know it is time to rest. The heart will slow down, the breath will deepen, and the thoughts will settle like dust falling to the floor. This is why monks, for thousands of years, have kept this practice. Not because it is a rule, not because it is a technique, but because it is a gift. The breath is always with you. The breath doesn't ask for anything. The breath doesn't judge. It doesn't matter if you had a good day or a bad one. It doesn't matter if you succeeded or failed. The breath welcomes you every night, exactly as you are. In moments when a world feels too heavy, when a body feels too tired, when a mind feels too crowded, the breath is a reminder. It is a reminder that life, in its simplest form, is enough. The rising and falling of the chest. The soft whisper of air. This is life. This is enough. Remember, the bed is not just a place for the body to rest. It is a place for the heart to rest. The breath is the bridge that allows this rest to happen. Let it guide you. Let it carry you. Let it teach you the beauty of doing nothing, expecting nothing, being nothing. Just breathing, just being. Each night is a chance to practice this. Each night, no matter how hard or long the day has been, you have this chance. To place a hand on your chest, to feel the rise and fall. To accept yourself just as you are. To accept the night just as it is. To accept the breath just as it arrives and goes. In this quiet space, a seed is planted. A seed of trust. Trust that you can rest. Trust that the night can hold you. Trust that the breath can carry you towards peace. It doesn't matter how many nights you have tried before. What matters is this moment, this breath. If you practice this tonight, and the night after, and the night after, a change will come. Not because you tried harder, but because you learned to try less. Not because you controlled more, but because you learned to trust more. Not because you forced the night to be peaceful, but because you offered peace to the night. Through this breath, you walk hand in hand with the night itself. You surrender to its quiet. You give yourself to its darkness. You find that in that surrender, in that soft breath, rests the seed of a deeper rest, a deeper knowing. Try it tonight. Try it every night. Let your breath be your teacher, your guide, your companion. Let it carry you across the waves of thought. Let it carry you to a shore where silence is the only sound and rest is the only word. Through this simple breath, you will find that every night can be a holy night. Every breath can be a prayer. Every exhale can be a release. Every inhale a gift. In this way, the breath is not just air. It is life. It is peace. It is the soft hand of the universe, resting upon you as you close your eyes. Trust it. Stay with it. Let it guide you tonight and every night. Let the breath teach you that rest is always within reach. It is as close as the air that enters and leaves you. As long as you have breath, you have a path to peace. As long as you have breath, you can find your way home. Imagine, my dear friend, the space where you rest every night. What is around you? What do you see when you open your eyes? What do you feel when you close them? The space we sleep in is not just a room. It is like a garden for the heart and the mind. Just as a garden needs clean soil and fresh air for flowers to bloom, your sleeping space needs to be pure for peace to grow within you. A long time ago, a seeker came to a Zen Master and said, "Master, I struggle to rest at night. My heart feels heavy, and my mind spins like a wheel. What can I do?" The Master smiled and replied, "First, clean the space where you rest. Make it simple. Make it quiet. Let it invite rest like a soft whisper. What you place around you at night can carry the energy of the whole day." The seeker listened, and from that night on, he began to treat his space like a sacred altar. Slowly, night by night, rest came to him. Look around your space. What do you have near your bed? Perhaps a phone, a laptop, a pile of work, or a clutter of things. These things carry their own energy. They can whisper to your mind even when you try to forget them. In the quiet hours of the night, your space can be your biggest helper or your biggest enemy. The space near your bed can pull your thoughts towards worry or guide your heart towards stillness. The old monks would always say, "A clean space makes a clean mind." They kept their sleeping area very simple. A mat, a small altar, a candle, and a space to breathe. Nothing more. Not because they had no things, but because they chose to have no distractions. They knew that rest is like prayer. To pray deeply, you must have a space that welcomes silence. To rest deeply, you must have a space that welcomes peace. Try this tonight, my dear friend. Before you rest, walk around your room. Pick up things that don't belong. Put away work papers. Turn off screens. Let the space be soft and quiet. Let it be a space where your heart can open. You will notice how quickly the mind begins to settle when the room is in order. It is like when the surface of a lake becomes calm, and you can suddenly see the depth of its water. A clean space doesn't mean an empty space. It means a space where every object has a purpose. A space where every sound can be a whisper of kindness. You can have a picture of a teacher or a statue of the Buddha. You can have a small plant that reminds you that life is always growing. You can have a soft cloth or a bead bracelet placed near your bed. These are not distractions. These are reminders. They tell the heart, here you can rest. Here you can let go. Notice the air you breathe before you sleep. Is it fresh? Is it still? You can open a window for a moment, let the night air in, and allow the space to fill with a quiet breath. The air you breathe becomes the air of your dreams. The space you make becomes the space where your heart can travel. The space you honor becomes a space that honors you. Notice the sound that fills the room. Is it the sound of a humming fan? The sound of silence? The sound of soft chime? The sound you choose can carry you deeper into rest. The monks would ring a bell in the evening, and that sound would wash the space clean of the day's noise. You can do the same. A soft sound could be like a hand brushing away the dust of a long day. Notice the things you place near your bed. Do you have a book that inspires you? Do you have a piece of cloth that feels soft? Do you have a small stone that reminds you of strength? Let the things you keep be things that carry light. Let them be things that whisper to your heart. It is safe to rest. It is safe to be still. Notice also the space in your heart as you lie down. The room you create around you can guide the room you create within you. The two spaces are mirrors. A cluttered room can lead to a cluttered heart. A simple room can lead to a simple, open heart. Let your space invite silence, invite rest, invite the night to carry you like a soft wave. Each night, as you lay down, imagine that the space itself is a teacher. It is telling you, let go, be still, trust this moment. Let the walls, the air, the floor, and the bed whisper this lesson to you. Let your space be a reminder that rest is sacred. It is not wasted time. It is a gift. It is the moment where your body, heart, and mind come together to heal. If you walk into a room that feels heavy or crowded, your heart will feel it too. But when you walk into a space that is light and open, your heart can relax. You can make this space tonight. You can make this space every night. The space you create is a space where peace can land. The space you create is a space where your dreams can rise. A quiet space can hold quiet thoughts. An orderly space can hold orderly thoughts. A space touched by beauty can hold thoughts that rise like soft petals in the morning. You don't need much to make this space. You only need the intention to respect this space. The intention to respect yourself. Each evening, when you walk into the space where you will rest, walk in slowly. Let your steps be soft. Let your hands touch the walls, the bed, the floor. Let your heart say, thank you. Let the space say, welcome. Let the space in your heart agree to walk together through the night. Then, as you lie down, notice how this space holds you. Notice how it supports you. Notice how it embraces your body, your breath, and your being. The space and the heart are no longer separate. The space and the heart have become one. This is where rest finds its home. This is where the night finds its peace. If you practice this each night, you will notice a change. The room will feel like a sacred space. The air will feel like a prayer. The bed will feel like a resting place for both body and heart. Slowly, night by night, this space will teach you to rest deeply, to rise gently, and to walk through your days with a quiet strength. My dear one, the space you create for rest is more than walls and a bed. It is a space for life itself. It is a space where the tired heart can shed its burdens. It is a space where the wandering mind can come home. Let this space be your gift to yourself. Let this space be your gift to the world. Let this space be a reminder that rest is holy, that stillness is strong, and that peace can be found in the simplest places. This is the teaching for tonight, my dear one. Let the space you make tonight guide you towards rest. Let the space you honor tonight guide you towards a brighter morning. Let this space be a space where both body and heart can be held, and where every breath can land like a feather upon the earth. Remember this, always, the space you rest in is the space you rise from. Make it pure. Make it simple. Make it a space that welcomes peace. In doing this, you will invite the night to carry you like a soft wind, and you will rise with the morning like a flower opening to the sun. Let this be your practice tonight and every night. Let this be your path to a heart that rests in stillness, a body that rests in ease, and a life that rests in grace. In the quiet moments before sleep, what are you holding in your hand? What small thing can carry your mind away from worry and pain? In Buddhism, there's a very old and beautiful practice that helps the mind find rest. The use of prayer beads and sacred symbols. These prayer beads, called malice, are more than just beads. They're like friends that walk with you in silence. Each bead is a step, a breath, a prayer. When you hold a mala in your hand, you are not just touching beads. You are touching a path that leads to peace inside. Long ago, A monk explained to me, the mala is like a bridge between your heart and the quiet of the universe. When you move your fingers from one bead to the next, your mind slows down. The worries that usually swirl like wild wind begin to calm. The gentle touch of each bead is like a soft whisper reminding you to be here, to breathe, to let go. Symbols, too, are powerful. Maybe as a small statue of the Buddha, a tiny leaf from a sacred tree, or a smooth stone blessed with kindness. These things hold energy, not the kind you see, but the kind you feel deep inside. They remind your heart of what is true and good. When you hold them before sleep, they bring a quiet light into the darkness of your thoughts. Let me tell you a story. There was once a woman troubled by restless nights. Her mind was always busy, like a bird that could never land. A wise elder gave her a simple mala made of sandalwood beads. "Hold this in your hand," he said, "and with each bead, breathe in calm, breathe out worry." That night, for the first time in many moons, her mind grew still. She felt the beads guide her like a gentle stream flowing to a calm lake. The power of the mala comes not from magic, but from intention. When you hold the beads, you are practicing presence. You are telling your mind, rest now, be still. The fingers moving across each bead remind you of the breath, the most natural rhythm of life. Symbols work in a similar way. Imagine holding a small Buddha statue in your palm. The shape, the weight, the coolness of it grounds you. It connects you to the teachings of the Buddha, who showed us how to find peace inside ourselves. The symbol becomes a seed planted in your heart. Over time, it grows into a tree of calm, sheltering your mind from fear and anger. There's also the idea of mindfulness. Mindfulness means being fully here, fully awake to the moment. When you hold prayer beads or symbols before sleep, you practice mindfulness. You remind yourself of the sacredness of this moment, even as your body prepares to rest. The Buddhist tradition teaches us that everything is connected. The mala beads, the symbols, your breath, and your heart, all are part of the same great river of life. Holding these things is like dipping your hand into the water of this river. You feel the coolness, the flow, and you're not alone. Some people carry mala beads with them all day, touching them when they feel lost or anxious. At night, holding them becomes a way to release the day's burdens. The beads help you say, "I am done with worry now. I choose peace." This simple act can change your whole night. The number of beads in a mala is usually 108. This number is special. It is said to represent the many obstacles we face: 108 worries, 108 desires, 108 distractions. By moving through each bead, you move through each obstacle one by one. It is a practice of gentle letting go. Symbols, too, could be reminders of teachings. The lotus flower, for example, grows from mud but blooms pure and beautiful. Holding a lotus symbol can remind you that even when life is hard and dark, you can rise and shine. This hope carries you softly into sleep. You may wonder, what if I don't believe in these things? Can they still help? Yes, they can. The power of prayer beads and symbols is not about belief alone. It is about focus. When your mind is scattered and restless, these objects give it a place to rest. Like a small island in a vast ocean, they offer shelter. Try holding a mala or a symbol for a few minutes before sleep. Feel its texture. Notice its shape. Breathe deeply as your fingers move slowly. If your mind drifts, gently bring it back to the beads or the symbol. Do this not to force peace, but to invite it kindly. Buddha said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." Prayer beads and symbols are tools to help us turn inward, to find the quiet space inside that is always waiting. They are not magic, but they are medicine for the mind. When you hold these sacred things before sleep, you are making a promise to yourself. You promise to care for your mind as much as you care for your body. You promise to honor the night as a time to heal and renew. Remember, the night is not just a time to rest your body, but a time to quiet your mind. Prayer beads and symbols can be your friends on this journey, helping you to release worries and welcome calm. As you hold your mala or symbol, imagine the teachings of the Buddha flowing into you, kindness, patience, and love. Let these feelings fill your heart and spread through your whole being. Let go of the day's troubles. Trust the night to carry them away. In this simple act of holding, there is great power. The power to calm your mind, to heal your heart, and to prepare your spirit for the new day. So tonight, before you sleep, take a moment to find a small object that brings you peace. It could be a mala, a symbol, or something that reminds you of goodness. Hold it gently in your hand. Breathe slowly. Let your mind soften. With time, this little habit will grow. It will become a sacred ritual, a sign of care you give yourself. Your nights will become deeper, your dreams gentler, and your days brighter. The peace you seek is always near. Sometimes it just needs a gentle touch, a bead, a symbol of breath. Have you ever felt how a certain smell can change the way you feel? Perhaps the smell of freshly cut grass makes you remember a happy summer morning, or the smell of a certain flower takes you to a moment long ago when life felt slow and soft. The world is full of scents, and each one talks to the heart in its own quiet way. To the Zen Master, every smell is a bridge between the world of thoughts and the world of silence. In old times, monks would burn incense before meditation or sleep, not because it was a ritual for its own sake, but because it spoke to the senses. It spoke to the body. The nose can be like a door. What you invite in through that door can help the heart settle. It can tell the mind, it is time to slow down. It is time to rest. This is why many wise people on the path of the Dharma kept a stick of incense by their sleeping place. Imagine a long day. You walk through noise, meetings, traffic, people. You carry thoughts upon thoughts. Even when you come home, those thoughts stay like a storm in your chest. But when you light a piece of sandalwood or a stick of frankincense, something quiet starts to happen. The smell goes into the nose and down into the chest. The body hears this and says, I am safe now. The heart hears this and says, I can rest. The thoughts hear this and say, we can slow down for tonight. Aromatherapy is like that. Not magic, not spell, just a reminder to the body and heart that this space you create for rest is sacred. In Buddhist teachings, it is said that the 5 senses can lead to the 5 doors of the heart. What you smell is one of those doors. The nose can carry energy from the air into the body, and this energy can guide how deeply you rest. For many monks, the incense used was not strong or sharp. It was soft, the kind that reminds one of nature: sandalwood, aloes wood, cinnamon, pine. These smells have been used for hundreds, perhaps thousands, of years because they help quiet the heart. They come from trees and flowers that have learned how to live long and stand still. The same stillness can move from the smell of the wood into the breath of the person resting. It is said in some old texts that when a person sleeps surrounded by calming scent, their breathing becomes slower. Their heart rate finds its natural rhythm. The mind no longer feels hunted by thoughts. The body feels embraced by nature itself. This is why many old monks would light incense for a few moments before resting at night. Not to pray for anything, not to ask for anything, but simply to invite silence. You could try this too. You do not need expensive incense. You do not need special oils. Even a simple, soft-smelling piece of wood can do much. The important thing is to invite it consciously, to notice the moment when the flame touches the incense, to watch the first trail of smoke rise like a whisper in the air, to notice the way the room slowly changes. The room becomes more like a small forest. The air becomes more like a quiet morning. The heart becomes like a still lake. The Zen Master reminds the listener that this is not about trying to forget problems. This is not about trying to run from the world. This is about creating a space where the heart can remember itself. To remember that even when thoughts come like waves, you can still find rest at the shore. The incense becomes a symbol of this remembrance. Its smell becomes a hand that guides the breath from worry to stillness. In ancient times, monks would use incense as a clock. They would measure the length of a meditation or a prayer by how long the incense would burn, not by the hands of a clock, not by sound, but by the slow, quiet burning of a fragrant stick. This was a reminder that life itself is like that stick, slowly burning, slowly rising like the smoke. You can watch it. You can honor it. You can rest within its quiet movement. To practice this at night is simple. Choose one smell that you love. Not too sharp, not too strong, just soft like a whisper. Let it fill the room. As you breathe it in, notice the space in your chest. Let the breath and the scent walk together. Let the breath slow down. Let the heart sink into its natural beat. Let the thoughts settle like dust at the bottom of a pond. Remember also that this practice can teach a deeper lesson. The air we breathe, the smells we notice, the feelings that rise within us. None of these are ours forever. They come and go, like mist across the surface of a lake. The incense burns for a while. Its smell is strong, then soft, then gone. So too are moments of anger, moments of worry, moments of rest. To watch the incense burn is to watch how life itself is always rising, falling, changing. The Zen Master would tell the listener, make this practice a gift for your night. Not because you must, not because you fear, not because someone told you to. Do it because you want to give yourself a space to rest. Let the incense tell the body and heart that tonight is safe. Let the smell walk with the breath. Let the breath walk with the heart. Let the heart walk with silence. If you have never tried it, tonight can be the night. Begin with a tiny piece, a single stick. Let smoke rise as you sit quietly. Let the room fill with its soft voice. Let your hands rest upon your knees. Let your shoulders drop. Let the sound of the world move far away. Let the silence come closer. Then, when you lie down, notice how your breath has changed. Notice how your body feels softer. Notice how your thoughts no longer run like frightened deer. The smell has called them home. The breath has embraced them. The heart has promised them rest. This is why, for countless years, monks and seekers have kept incense by their bedside. Not as decoration, not as habit, but as a reminder. A reminder that rest is holy. A reminder that every breath can be an offering. A reminder that every night can be a chance for renewal. Trust this practice. Let the old wisdom guide you. Let the gentle rise and fall of the incense teach you how to rise and fall with life itself. Let this simple, quiet ritual be the door you walk through each night. Not to forget the world, but to remember the heart. Not to escape your thoughts, but to find a space where thoughts can rest. Each night, as the flame catches the tip of the incense, you will feel this shift. The shift from doing to being. The shift from rushing to resting. The shift from holding on too tight to opening your head. The incense will rise, and with it, the heart can rise too, lighter, calmer, freer. In this way, the Zen Master reminds the listener that the simplest things can carry the deepest lessons. An incense stick, a soft breath, a quiet room. These are not things you must find far away. They are right here. They are in your hand, in your breath, in this moment. Trust this. Try this tonight. Let the incense, the breath, and the heart walk together. Let this be the quiet gift you give to yourself every night. Not as a duty, but as an offering. An offering to the one person you can never forget, yourself. An offering to the long, winding path of life that needs rest as much as it needs movement. Through this, may every night become a teacher. May every breath become a reminder. May every rising trail of fragrant smoke carry with it the thoughts that no longer serve you. And may every falling ember whisper to your heart that it is safe, it is whole, and it is home. Have you ever felt how a quiet thought can change the whole night? Sometimes a single thought can open a door to deep rest. Sometimes a single thought can remove a heavy weight from heart. In this part, the Zen Master talks about one thought that has been used for hundreds of years to make the heart light, the body still, and the night beautiful. This thought is called gratitude. The Zen Master says that before you sleep, when you're about to close your eyes, it is the best moment to remember one thing you're grateful for. It could be anything. A smile from a friend, a moment of quiet in the day, the warmth of a bed, or a simple breath. This thought of thanks is like a lamp in a dark room. It shines softly, and it guides the heart towards peace. He tells a story. Long ago, in a small hut in the forest, a tired traveler came to rest. The traveler was worried and afraid. The night felt long and heavy. The wind shook the trees, and strange noises came from the dark. The traveler felt very alone. But then, an old monk came and placed a hand upon the traveler's shoulder. The old monk said, "Before you sleep, think of one thing that you could say thank you for. Just one thing." The traveler was surprised. In that moment, it felt too simple, too small, but he tried. He remembered a warm cup of tea. He remembered a friendly word from a stranger. He remembered that he still had strength to walk, eyes to see, and a heart to beat. Slowly, as he felt this warmth of thanks inside, the sound of the wind became a whisper, and the dark felt like a soft blanket. In that tiny moment, fear left the room. The traveler slept deeply and woke with a smile. The Zen Master says this is how gratitude works. It is a quiet key that can unlock rest. It can open a space in the heart where peace can live. When you lie down at night, you can try this too. You can ask yourself, what can I be grateful for tonight? It doesn't have to be something big. The biggest things often come from the smallest moments. He reminds us that this practice has been taught for generations. In Buddhist temples, monks and nuns often end their day with a moment of thanks. They do not count what went wrong. They do not carry the weight of anger or fear. They remember one thing that was right, one thing that felt like a gift. This practice makes the heart soft. It cleans the heart from the dust of the day. And when the heart is clean, the body rests deeper. The Zen Master says that when you hold a thought of thanks before bed, you are telling your own heart, you are safe. You can rest now. In this moment, you create a space for peace. You create a space where the night can wrap itself around you like a warm shawl. He explains that this is not about ignoring pain or pretending that life is perfect. Life will always have moments that hurt. Life will always have moments that confuse. But even in those moments, even in those nights, one can find a tiny light. It may be faint, it may be shy, but it is always there. The practice of gratitude is about finding that tiny light and holding it like a jewel until you sleep. The Zen Master says that many people forget this. They carry anger to bed. They carry worry, guilt, and the weight of old words. These thoughts become like sharp stones under the blanket. They keep the heart awake. They make the night long and the morning tired. But one thought of thanks can turn those sharp stones into soft moss. One thought of thanks can make the bed feel like a sacred space, a space where the heart can rest. He teaches that this thought of thanks can be as simple as noticing your breath, feeling how it comes and goes, feeling how it has been with you all day, in every moment, quietly supporting you. The breath can be a reason for thanks. The warmth of your blanket can be a reason for thanks. The beating of your heart can be a reason for thanks. These are small things, but they are miracles if you truly notice them. The Zen Master reminds you that this practice is not about repeating words like a machine. It is about allowing the heart to truly feel the thanks, to feel how it softens the tension, to feel how it quiets the thoughts, to feel how it guides you to a deeper space within. In that space, you can rest. In that space, you can heal. He also tells a story about a young boy who came to the monastery. The boy was afraid of the dark. At night, he would cry and hide under the covers. An old monk taught him this practice. He said, each night, before you close your eyes, think of one person or thing that gave you kindness today. Hold that thought like a tiny flame in your heart. The boy tried this. At first, it felt strange, but soon, the boy discovered that this tiny flame was enough to chase away the long shadows. He learned to sleep with a heart full of thanks, and he grew strong and brave. The Zen Master says that this is a lesson for everyone. In a world that often reminds you of what is broken, what is lost, and what is painful, this practice reminds you of what is whole, what is present, what is still beautiful. This is how you teach the heart to remember the light. He explains that when you make this a practice every night, you are planting a seed. At first, it may feel small. At first, it may feel like it has no effect. But every seed, if tended with care, will grow into a strong tree. The seed of gratitude grows roots deep into the heart. Its branches reach towards the stars. Its leaves whisper songs of peace, and its shade gives rest to the tired traveler within. He reminds you that you do not have to wait for a special moment to practice this. You can practice this tonight. You can practice this tomorrow. You can practice this every night for the rest of your life. The Zen Master says that every night is a chance for a new beginning. Every night is a chance to walk closer to peace. He finishes with these words: "A heart that rests in thanks will rise with strength. A heart that rests in thanks will find the strength to walk another day." Do not carry anger to bed. Do not carry greed or regret or fear. Carry thanks. Let thanks be the pillow you rest upon. Let thanks be the blanket that wraps around you. Let thanks be the hand that guides you into deep and quiet rest. With these words, the Zen Master bows and walks quietly away, leaving behind a silence that hums with warmth and understanding. The lesson rests upon the listener like a soft mist at dawn. It is a lesson that can be lived tonight and every night thereafter. In this way, thanks becomes not just a thought, but a way of life, a way of being, a path to a heart that sleeps in peace. Have you ever felt that some nights can carry magic? Not a magic that shines in bright lights, but a quiet, soft, and deep magic that settles in your heart. This is the kind of night that we have been walking towards together. This is the night where you understand why you hold something in your hand before you sleep. Not because it is an object, not because it has a price or a color, but because it holds a piece of a lesson that can stay with you long after the sun has risen. For so many nights, we have talked about simple things, things that many forget, things that many call too ordinary. Yet in these ordinary things, there's a deep beauty. The prayer bead you hold, the piece of cloth that reminds you of a teacher or a parent, the tiny stone that rests in your palm. These are not just things. These are doorways to silence. These are friends that walk with you as you step into the quiet dark of the night. Why do we hold these things? We hold them because the hand is the servant of the heart. What rests in the hand can whisper to the heart. What rests in the heart can whisper to the mind. Together, hand, heart, and mind can guide you to a place of rest and peace. The hand that knows how to rest knows how to pray. The hand that knows how to pray knows how to listen. The hand that knows how to listen can teach the heart how to smile. Look around your room tonight. Perhaps you have a bead, a cloth, a book, or a stone. Perhaps you have a photograph of someone you love. Perhaps you have a small symbol of the teaching that guides your life. Whatever it is, pick it up. Let it rest in your palm. Let your fingers wrap around it and feel its weight. Do not call an object. Do not call a thing. Call a teacher. Call a companion. Call it a bridge from this world of noise to a world of silence. As you hold it, ask yourself quietly, what am I carrying tonight? Not in my hand, but in my heart. What thoughts am I holding? What feelings am I holding? What memories am I holding? What hopes am I holding? Let each question rise like a tiny flame and then dissolve in the air. Let each thought come and then go. Let each feeling arise and then fall. Let each memory whisper and then rest. Let each hope rise like a bird and find its place in the night. To carry something in your hand before you sleep is to make a choice. You can carry worry. You can carry fear. You can carry anger. Or you can carry peace. You can carry kindness. You can carry trust. You can carry a moment of remembrance that reminds you why you are here, why you breathe, why you live, why you love. What you carry tonight can become what you carry tomorrow morning. What you carry tonight can shape the dreams you walk through and the thoughts that walk with you as you rise to a new day. The Buddha spoke of the hand as a symbol. The hand can give and it can take. The hand can harm and it can heal. The hand can cling and it can let go. The hand can point towards anger or can point toward wisdom. What rests in your hand tonight is a message about who you are and who you wish to be. Will you hold a seed of peace? Will you hold a bead of compassion? Will you hold a stone of strength? Will you hold a reminder of belonging? The hand knows. The hand remembers. Each night, as you settle down, ask your hand to teach your heart. Let it teach you to accept. Let it teach you to release. Let it teach you that life is like water, always moving, always changing. What you can carry tonight is not a thing you must carry forever. It is a symbol. It is a step. It is an invitation for the heart to rest and for the mind to open. Each night you practice this, you build a path. Not a path of stone, but a path of understanding. Not a path that can be seen, but one that can be felt. Not a path that can be walked with the feet, but one that can be followed with the heart. Every time you hold this thing in your hand, every time you whisper a thought or a prayer with it, you walk that path a little further. Slowly, gently, patiently. Remember that no matter how many nights you have felt tired or lost or worried, tonight can be different. You can carry a piece of stillness with you. You can rest knowing that this stillness can walk with you in your dreams, can rise with you in the morning, can stay with you as you walk through the world. You can carry a reminder that you are more than the noise, more than the rush, more than the heaviness that the world sometimes places upon you. This is the teaching of the hand and the heart. This is the teaching that the monks have held for generations. This is the teaching that does not live in books, but in moments. This is the teaching that shines its light when you pick up that bead, that stone, that cloth, and whisper a quiet thought. Not because it is magical, but because it reminds you of who you truly are when the noise fades and the silence arrives. Each night can be a chapter. Each night can be a step. Each night can be a whisper. Let it be a whisper of kindness. Let it be a whisper of understanding. Let it be a whisper that carries you from this day into the next with grace and peace. In this final part, the Zen Master reminds you, what you carry tonight is what you nurture for tomorrow. Let your hand, heart, and mind rest together. Let the night be a teacher. Let the silence be a guide. Let the breath be a reminder that you are alive, that you are connected, that you can always return to this simple, quiet space within yourself. As you close your eyes tonight, remember these words. What you carry in your hand can shape the world that lives within you. What you carry within can shape the world that lives around you. Let this be your final lesson and the first step towards a new morning. Let this be the gift you give yourself tonight and every night that follows. Let this be the light you carry, the peace you hold, and the path you walk until you rest fully in the heart of belonging. May your nights be gentle. May your heart be light. May your hand always find its way to peace. May this teaching stay with you, long after the words have gone quiet, long after the night has passed, long after the morning has come. Let this be your path, and walk it with grace.